The last 4 hours, 5 on your side confirmed the federal government is freezing nearly $10 billion in child care funding in 5 Democratic states, including Illinois. Holden Kerwicki spent the day speaking with Metro East daycare providers about the impact of the freeze. And Holden, what does this mean for their future?
Well, Kelly, that's a really good question that many daycare providers that I spoke with couldn't answer because, quite honestly, neither they nor the Illinois Department of Human Services had received any communication from the federal government about the freeze before I called them. However, one East St. Louis daycare provider told me that they will do everything they can do to keep the doors open. After 24 years in the child care business,
I love the babies.
Lorenzo and Melanisha Powell, the owners of Powell's Academy in unincorporated East St. Louis, have worked to make generational change in their community.
Kids, coming in every day, learning and seeing the parents the day-by-day schedules with them going to work, and then us, having a place for them to come. Just actually seeing the system work.
However, they admit the future of Powell's Academy is uncertain after the Trump administration froze nearly $10 billion in child care funding earmarked for California, Colorado, Minnesota, New York, and Illinois.
With Princeton and the back and forth, I figured we was going to be a target.
In a statement, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services spokesman Andrew Nixon told me the freeze is being used to ensure that federal taxpayer dollars are being used for legitimate purposes.
Our state representatives, they out here on us constantly. So ain't no room for no fraud here. They here. Yearly or anytime there's a complaint or anything, Illinois is here.
As the Powells try to figure out exactly what the freeze will mean for their business.
People have to pay their bills, parents have to work, staff have to do what they have to do.
It's a domino effect.
So it's gonna put different people in a position, especially the parents.
That's why they say closing the academy isn't a realistic option.
If I have to put them all together in one room, knowing it's an out of ratio, stuff like that, but I can't see me just closing that door and these parents gotta go to work. I'm just hoping, God, that we don't have to do that.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the Illinois Department of Human Services called the freeze, quote, yet another politically motivated action by the Trump administration that confused families and leaves states with more questions than answers, adding that they would notify providers of any changes if they are notified by the federal government.